So, action, activate.
Well, hello there. Welcome to Action Activate, the show where I do a sketch of your face. No, of course, that's not you. How could it be? This isn't even being done in live, and cameras don't work that way. No, we talk about Power Rangers. We? Who's we? Me, Gazbot, Action Activate, and with me as always...
Hey, it's your boy, the big Dawg Defender.
It's your boy. Really? Do we want to do that?
I mean,
no.
We already did.
Do we want to do it once as sort of an ironic thing? Yes. Do we want it to be a regular thing? No.
Well, we'll let the people speak. But speaking of which, I don't know how many of you commenters have noticed, but it's a little easier to differentiate some people in the comment section because I took Gazbot's advice and changed my YouTube name to Big Dawg, so it's not confusing anymore.
That is amazing. I thought there was a problem where like you couldn't do it easily. Like there was some reason why you couldn't do it.
I thought I couldn't, and then one day I went, you know what? Let me try, because another person asked, and I looked, and he gets a Ninja Steel point because it was way easier than I thought.
So you looked at it like years ago and never looked at it again, basically.
Kinda.
Okay, cool. Well, we're reviewing S.P.D. For most of you, I assume, have been watching along, but for those that haven't, we're mainly doing the two-parters as we go, and then like kind of just talking about the recap of episodes in between. So like the last episode, we recapped like 6 in a row. Now the next two-parter is the finale, but we're going to do Wormhole in between for 2 reasons. One, I think we asked for recommendations, and unfortunately, I realized the way these are timed out because of Netflix, we're recording like crazy right now, and so you're seeing all of these way after we record them. So there were some suggestions for like Catastrophe and a couple other ones, Impact, which we talked about in the last episode, but we didn't actually do a full review. We couldn't. But there was at least 1 or 2 people that mentioned Wormhole, but one of the most important people that mentioned Wormhole was you. Yeah.
Yes.
And do you want to explain why, without spoiling anything, like how come we're doing Wormhole? Because we weren't planning on it, and you told us we're doing it.
Nope. Because 2 minutes in, everybody, including yourself, will know exactly why.
Okay. Well, that's what's happening. So I guess let's go in, and then 2 minutes from now, we'll know what's happening. So let me switch this over to this screen and do that, and get ready to complain about the audio one way or the other, and let me know what you need me to do. But in the meantime, count us down.
It's your boy, the Big Dawg. Get ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rangers, hit play.
S.P.D. emergency.
I also put on closed captions for the first time ever, which apparently you've been doing the whole time, which is very smart.
I kind of just watch everything like that now, and I'm used to it.
I only use closed captions if it's in another language. I don't like them otherwise.
I used to not, and now, like, I don't know why, but I kind of do.
Is that volume okay for you, sir?
So far, so good.
The universe. Oh, I can sing along much easier now. You're far. Although, actually, the subtitles for the song are going over the credits, so it isn't as helpful as I thought it'd be.
Yeah. Space Patrol.
Wow, 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 wow. So now, this episode is listed as after the finale. It should be watched in the order we're watching it in. But when did it air? Do we know that?
I think it was like a couple months after the finale. I don't know.
Which is very odd, unless there's a... Okay.
I do not know why they fight for such a worthless planet. Oh, they're inevitable.
Grum's like throne room area has gotten much more severe lately, and much more like the set.
I do not question our supremacy or that we will be victorious.
Has a little bit of like a
ready to leave. Yes.
Giger aliens thing going.
That will ensure us the conquest of Earth.
That's the wormhole. Wormhole.
Rangers report to Delta Command Center immediately.
What's going on?
Grum is gone, and so is his ship.
Yes, he's retreated.
Come on, Scott. What?
Enough!
Why would they think that?
Celebration time, you said it yourself, Grum is gone.
Yes, he's gone. But I know my enemy. He does not retreat.
Commander.
Also, they
I
didn't
found
fight him a
something.
minute like
I was
ago.
scanning the far reaches of the
It's not like they just won a battle or something. Not against him
Wormhole.
anyway.
Yes, a temporal wormhole. And there are traces of Trubian energy inside the rim.
Her eyes look greener than
Retreating
usual.
to me.
That's what he wants
They
us.
do.
Sir, then where is he going?
More important question. What time is he going to?
Reefside? What? What?
Great. I'm just about to defeat the dreaded Maxidrum when his evil ship comes by and destroys all that I've done. Can you believe it?
It's just a game, Ethan.
Yeah, you're acting as if it's real.
And it's
What if it is real? What if this
And
game
it's
is
not-
really an ancient diary telling
it's
me
back
about a
in
real
time,
event that happened
right?
in a
Like, this
distant
is-
2004. Yep.
right. I mean, the other but the other the crossover episode was back in time, but it was like further in their timeline after they had stopped being Power Rangers.
Yep.
This is like when they were still Power Rangers in school together, right?
Seems that way.
Right, you're right. It's not ancient galactic history.
Either way, their memories were wiped
But
when they went back in
could
time.
be the
What is happening?
Remember, it's just a game.
Okay, well, that's happening. A giant ship. It is cool they have Trent in it this time.
Yeah, I love that Game Boy Advance SP glued to a PlayStation controller that he's playing.
Earth 2004. We defeat her now, and then when we return to the future, there will be no resistance to our conquest. If there
It's
is
interesting
anyone
that
left at all.
he went back to a point in time where he ends up, well, presumably will end up fighting the same Rangers that Broodwing did, as opposed to like a different set at some point.
Service master.
Excellent.
Very cool looking monster.
I'm going to go play now.
No,
I still need more
I
explanation
want
for
you to
Moira.
show more monsters,
I
Moira.
I feel like they're not going to give us more, and that annoys me.
Make sure
I hope in the finale they do, but we'll see.
A wormhole is a thin tube of space-time connecting distant regions of the
Oh,
universe.
look at that Dutch
that could
angle.
provide
It's
the
like
possibility
on
of
the
time
side.
travel.
Einstein's theory of relativity.
Correct. Commander.
I believe Grum has become frustrated with the resistance SPD is showing, and has decided to take the Terra and his battle into the past where victory will be
Is
certain.
the Terror the name of his ship?
We
Or
will,
does he mean it like
We will go after
figuratively, like the Terror?
All
Yeah.
of the above.
Okay.
but I am sending just the three of you.
Oh,
I can't leave the present unprotected.
Fair.
Say your goodbyes
That
and
doesn't make
report to
sense.
Delta launch in 5 minutes.
Sir, when you say your goodbyes, do you mean say goodbye as in see you later? Or do you mean say goodbye as in goodbye? Wait. Don't answer
wouldn't it
that.
make sense to send Omega since he's already a time traveler?
Okay.
Maybe there's
Next time
some
you predict the future
reason
like
why
this,
they can't.
Could you at least make me a pop star?
Because they wanted to
No one's
send
gonna
my
come
3
through.
favorite Rangers on the
Find
team.
Dr. O.
Well, you found me instead.
At least
Oh
you
yeah,
know your face.
Zeltrax.
Yeah, great.
Yep.
Is that his name?
Last chance. Anyone want to turn back?
I can't believe they're doing another crossover in the same
No.
season.
I was shocked. That's why when I started it, I texted you. And I was like, have you watched Wormhole? You're like, nope. I'm like, cool, we're watching it.
We fight
Yeah.
again.
So the SPD Rangers should Oh, and it's even a villain team up.
Don't see every day.
Wonder what they wanted with Zeltrax.
Does it really matter? Hopefully they'll take him into space and sell him for scrap metal.
Point is, it's all good. Zeltrax is gone and so are they.
Yeah, but they aren't.
So they're gonna be like, "Hey, what's up, you guys?"
Kira, Ethan, nice to see you guys again. Trent.
They're not. They don't.
Yep, I know.
Even if their memory wasn't wiped, it's earlier in their timeline. Like, come on, Jack.
Zeltrax, you know my name, and now you will know my wrath.
That's a good line. Laughs evilly. Okay, the closed captions are kind of funny
I
sometimes.
have a proposition for you. You and your troops will help me strike down the Power Rangers, or I will stop. No need to go on. eliminating the Power Rangers. It would be my pleasure.
I get the feeling we're not going to see.
My warriors will help you.
What was the dinosaur?
Dr. O.
Like, no, we're not going to see Dr. O. I know
Oh,
that.
Mesogog.
Mesogog.
You guys are
Yeah.
from the future, and you're Power Rangers.
And you're chasing an emperor named Grum, who's trying to conquer the future Earth.
And Grum came to defeat Earth now, so in the future, he'll have already conquered Earth.
And you know these guys because they were brought to the future and helped you out?
Okay, let's go out on a limb and say you're telling us the truth. Why don't we remember any of this? Oh, I know. You erase your memory because knowledge of the future would have a detrimental effect on it, causing it not to happen in the random matter that it's supposed to happen without you interacting with it.
What did he say?
We were hoping you could tell us. You've given up trying.
It was perfectly clear.
Crybots. I've got 3 separate readings. Okay, we gotta split up. You guys stay here. This is our fight.
Excuse me, not anymore.
Yeah, what?
Didn't
Didn't they-
Mortal enemy soundtrack.
That's right. Your fight is now our fight.
Yeah.
Plus, you've already teamed
I
up.
hate how stubborn Jack is in this. It's so not in character.
This isn't good, Doggy. The wormhole. It's closing.
That isn't good.
If they're not back within 3 hours, they won't be coming back.
Very convenient for the plot, like it.
Also, gives more weight to Bridges' question earlier about what kind of goodbye.
When did these guys start getting the Mega Man like cannon arms?
Not so fast, pumpkin head.
I get the Mega Man reference, but I'm not sure. It's a good question.
The signal's getting strong. They gotta be around here.
Yep.
I think I found them.
Oh,
Last words.
it was
Ranger.
3 different signal like areas. I thought it was literally 3 Crybots.
No, I knew it was 3 areas. Got divide and conquer. Still don't get how that works, but okay.
If you jump hard enough, you kind of fly for a minute. You would know that if you ever took martial arts.
For sure. The correct answer was the future.
Oh, I see. Or bridge. Guess not.
Just want to. So those, I believe, are Time Force swords.
I was just gonna say they look really familiar. Like they just repainted them a little bit.
Yeah, orange.
Why is he having such a hard time with an orange head?
Plot.
Now I'm mad.
Yeah. But I feel like this is like the level they were at the beginning of SPD, you know, fighting like
This didn't seem like it was going to work out.
yeah. He's using guns. How is he losing? I don't understand. I guess because the swords can shoot.
Now, because of power creep, that's why Beast Morphers won. This was still just discovering that guns win all battles.
I see.
Time to get serious.
See, he pulls out his gun.
Hey! Good timing on my part.
Well, thanks for playing. Time to say goodbye.
That's pretty cool. Complete overkill, unnecessary, but cool nonetheless.
Physics have no meaning in a planet under 2025.
There you go. It's an interesting way he exploded with all the rainbowy stuff too.
Wormhole is closed.
They don't do that every time.
I need to go after the Rangers and warn them.
I'll go with you, sir.
I'll go
Wait, you can't leave the future
I need to
unprotected.
hear in case the unthinkable
thank you.
happens.
Sir, if you go back and we stay here and Grum wins, then being here will be unnecessary. There won't be a here.
He's right, sir.
All right then. We will all
Then
go.
why didn't
So we
you-
get a full team up. All right.
Yeah, okay. I don't understand why there was the delay, but
Hey
okay.
guys, wait up. Any luck? Just ran into a couple Crybots. We took care of them. You?
No, nothing. Which doesn't make any sense because the Trubian energy around here is off.
I did not like how they're like, you have 4 Rangers, we're going to send all 4 of you with 1 Ranger, and the other 2 are going to split up. Okay.
Yeah, because they're treating him like civilian. Oh,
That's not him. Listen,
well, the character, it might not be Jason David Frank, but the character.
Ranger.
Time to take it to the next level.
oh, that's 100% not him.
Guys, I think we got some more
I mean,
company.
he said, "Hiya."
I
Do you
mean,
know that that's not him going in, or did, like?
I'm 90% sure it is not
I
him.
think I've heard it was
It's on the
not
right
him.
side.
That seems so weird that they couldn't
Couldn't
just
get
get the
any worse.
voice.
I think he wasn't stoked with
There's our
Disney at this
enemy,
time.
comrades.
Oh, did something bad happen?
it just got
Like
worse.
when he was working on Dino Thunder?
There's a whole part of Dino Thunder where he can't unmorph because of behind the scenes stuff.
My understanding was that he scheduled, like he went back to the States, and that was part of his contract.
This'll be easy.
That's probably the reason he didn't come back for this.
Right, but voice work he could have done in the States.
It's 2004, a different time.
No,
Better late than never. You guys ready? Black
yeah,
Ranger.
I don't think it's him. It's not a bad sound alike,
Time to go
though.
to work.
Passable.
Prepare to be
If I was a kid, I would.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
You don't stand a chance.
Nice touch using the Tetrons along the Crybots.
Crybots.
Some odd.
What are the T-Drone? Have we seen them before? I mean, it looks like the things she creates, but usually, I don't know.
Not bad. Check this out. Ready.
They've already seen this. Well, except for White.
Between all of them, I think White Rangers is my least favorite morph. He's just like, hey, I'm here.
But he has the coolest suit.
Let's do it.
Arguably.
Okay. Give it
Well, him or Black.
Yeah, I like how the white pops, so I'm going to go with that. Between those two, anyway. You know me, I'm a big fan of red.
Yeah, but I also thought you would like White because he has like extra armor, so he like looks
He
like
does.
more powered
I
up.
know, and that's why I agreed.
I actually think I personally kind of prefer Black, but I acknowledge that White is probably objectively the better
If we
one.
ever get those gems, I'll let you be Black Ranger and I'll be White Ranger.
Okay, sounds good. I get invisibility.
I don't baggage what I get other than an evil clone and a bad stepdad and mind control. So it's just a lot of baggage.
The
is what
ability
I
to
get.
draw, your drawing ability will increase, I guess. Although arguably
Between the
that's
two of us, it won't help you. So
yeah,
It's ours.
yeah, it would actually be a downgrade.
yeah, you'll be as good as Trent. You're like,
used to be a
how
little
many
better than
decades
this.
wasted drawing?
Power Rangers
This is great.
are outnumbered. Look at the size of my army.
It is true. You
I
have us
love the team
outnumbered.
shot like
But
this.
remember, it
Yeah,
is not the
it's
size
awesome.
of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog.
And he is a dog,
No
so
one
it's even.
gets inside our circle.
No one gets inside. No one gets inside. No one gets inside.
This is crazy. It's like a full team up. I thought it would just be sort of a throwaway.
I know. I'm really digging this right here.
This is awesome.
No one gets inside.
You got it, Commander.
I'm getting like a little chills, man. It's pretty cool.
No one gets inside. That's cool. Uh-oh, wait. She looks like she's not in the circle anymore.
Yeah, they left the circle.
But no one gets inside. What happened to that? That was... What? That
They,
no one
they
gets
did not watch the movie 300. That has not come out yet.
I guess, but they broke formation like immediately.
Here we go. Shout out the boys. Girls get it done.
Okay, here's what I'm thinking. The Sentai movie, this is the 2 episodes we're seeing are footage from the Sentai movie split up. Is what
Yeah, probably.
why they chose to do it that way, I don't know, but it's a nice surprise.
That was cool.
That was cool. The 2 yellow kicks.
Blast this clown!
Which would also explain some of these characters that, like villains, were probably introduced in the movie.
That make no sense here.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're like Dino Thunder villains that I don't remember.
I don't know. They called them T-drones, but obviously that could just be a name they made up.
No, T-drones I think are the like little things.
Not bad. Thanks.
What little
Check
thing?
this out.
The cronies from Dino Thunder, right?
I
Oh
thought those
no.
were Stingwingers.
Yeah, you're right. Those things
And they didn't. And they looked like buggy, dinosaur-y, like animal
Oh,
things.
those T-drones kind of look like repurposed like pieces from Lost Galaxy bad guys.
Maybe. This fight is nuts
Yeah.
in a good way.
Okay. All together.
Aesthetically, I don't like that villain, but
No, he looks goofy. He's pretty powerful, apparently.
he's very Mighty Morphin looking.
Yes, but still more powerful. Like those eye blasts they have been flying back. This is cool. The way they're flying, he's like swimming through the air. They're flying backwards, shooting for like 7 minutes.
Which villain in this episode best makes you think of Gazbot? Ah,
Thanks.
Very on brand. This is cool. I'm really liking this.
Two commander team up.
That was cool. Kick and a slash.
Yeah. Is he gonna jump up and kick him down?
Woo!
Yeah.
He's gonna drop it.
Yeah, he's gonna kick him down.
Boom!
That is some anime physics right there, and I
Yep.
am all about it. I have no problem
Same.
with that.
That was great teamwork.
Sikia!
No longer my battle, but I will see you again, Black Ranger.
Yeah, I remember they have a weird rivalry that rarely gets explained.
We're taking you down.
No, they do, because it was like his other.
Yes!
Battleizer! Shield of Triumph!
Hey!
Wait, did Rick come with them, or where did Rick come from?
I'll accept the plot hole.
Okay.
That is my favorite battleizer from him, too. I really don't like the other one, but we've talked about that at length.
Yes. When was the last time we saw double red battleizers?
Ninja Storm Dino Thunder crossover?
Did they both power up?
I think so. You watched it more recently than I did.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I feel like they did because they're both American only, like goofy ones.
Yeah, you're probably right. SPD only did his half power up though. He didn't do his full power up.
Yeah, because these I think are the Sentai
Oh, never
ones.
mind.
Now
Here they
this
go.
is the American ones.
Yeah. So we have Sonic mode, which is pretty cool, and then we have the Alpha 5 Go-Go Gadget mode, which is one of the worst ever.
That couldn't have been more rushed.
No!
That's pretty rushed.
I'll go down there and finish them off myself.
Not.
I do like how he's like, I can never defeat SPD, but now that they're teamed up with the Dino Thunder Rangers, I can.
If we don't go back, we're never going back.
Or a voice of reason.
I'll defeat her
Never
now.
going back. Fine.
But then you're also going to have to reconquer all the other galaxies and planets you've already defeated. Because since it's 2004, none of that's happened yet. So if I were you,
I like this little kid.
maybe
Very well.
Yeah.
This is it, Rangers.
Oh, okay, it's over.
Up. I also love this, the double powered up cannon whatever mode.
Yeah, the canine cannon. I also like they did this in the other team up too, where they have both of their musical cues coming in.
Yeah. Did they always stack the two the black and white Rangers stuff on that cannon before or no?
Dude, I don't remember.
I feel like they did. Brachio!
All powers of it. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It's more awesome because it was so unexpected. I not only did I not know this was going to be a crossover, I thought it was going to be a weird throwaway because it came out later and it was out of order. So I thought it was going to be like, oh, we're stuck here at the base. Whoa, a wormhole. You know, just some like filler episode.
Not true.
Yeah.
The wormhole is closing. We gotta go.
I really wish I could stay. I was just born last week and I could meet myself and become my own best friend. Like, what if I met myself and I didn't like me?
We understand. You guys gotta go. Thanks, guys. This has been something I'll always remember.
Unfortunately, we can't let you do that.
You're gonna erase our memories, aren't you?
yeah, we have to. Knowledge of the future would only change what's meant to be, for better or worse. It's got to be like.
Excuse
this.
me.
Say cheese. School's over. Go home.
They totally made that a Men in Black thing.
I think so. It really doesn't seem fair.
Where you,
that
like,
they're
put a
not
little
gonna be able to
suggestion.
Remember any of this?
I agree. It is not fair.
But it's necessary.
Say cheese.
Oh, what?
Commander? Excuse me, I don't mean to sound confused, but where are we?
We're on a mission, Jack. Now get in the shuttle and buckle up.
Why do you have to wipe
We have
them?
preset coordinates to take us home.
Sounds good.
They had already met him, so they have the memory of having met
Now,
them.
one last detail.
Is he gonna do himself?
Keys.
You coming, Commander?
Yeah.
And
I think I'd better.
but they're still in the past, so they're gonna know.
Yes.
Like that was weird.
I have underestimated the enemy. It will not happen again. That is not necessary. I can do this. Yes, Your Magnificence. I will prepare.
Back to the Gollum style of filming. Okay, well that was crazy.
Hang on, I want to.
Oh, sorry. You want to what?
No, I'm gonna look on my screen. Sorry, I'm gonna
Okay.
see if it was actually JDF.
I don't think it was. I think you're right. It was a decent sound alike, but it didn't.
Voice of Omega Ranger, voice of Bluehead, voice of. Oh, come on.
It might be uncredited if they want to avoid like weirdness.
Yep, I don't see him on here at all.
Just to avoid that. Yeah, that was what a crazy
unexpected episode.
Yeah, another crossover. I thought it'd be a filler, maybe a good filler, and it was good. I think I in terms of story, I think I prefer History, the first crossover, better. They did a little more fleshing out of the characters, but in terms of spectacle of just like the sheer,
this was way better to watch.
Yeah. It's weird. They could have easily made this a two-parter, like where the first part, I don't know why they felt the need to break it up. It's fine they did, but I liked both of them a lot, but the tone was completely different. The other one was more about like, oh, we're fellow Rangers, and this one's just like, let's fight, so.
Keeping
awesome.
it Hasbro, the episode History, I would equate to the movie Bumblebee, and this I would equate to the first Transformers Michael Bay movie.
I guess, but I liked this episode more than the first Transformers Michael Bay movie.
I know, because you're more critical of it than I was.
I don't understand the ending though. They had to wipe the Dino Thunder Rangers. Makes perfect sense. Him wiping SPD, the only thing they saw was things in the past. It's anything they could have looked up in a book. And theoretically, assuming he just wiped their short-term memory, they'll have the memory of having teamed up with them in the future. So that seemed weirdly unnecessary.
The way I thought about it was they could, if it happens in the present/future, it's something that is allowed to be remembered. If it deviates from that at all parties need to lose memory once a problem is solved.
But the other one happened in the future.
Yes, because for them, it happened in their present, so they're good.
No, but if it happens in your time, but then the Dino Thunder Rangers, it happened in their time, and it had to be erased.
Because they couldn't know about the future.
Right. That makes sense to me. I still don't understand. If I went back in time and I interacted with stuff that I shouldn't have, and I erased my traces of me being there, but I remembered, oh, I was back in the 80s when Transformers first came out or whatever. Like, I didn't learn anything new. I didn't, it's not going to change how I think in the future, especially if I had already met those people further down in their time. Like, it just, I don't know. But that aside, my thought was that Doggy knew something, like, oh, they saw something on Grum's ship, or there's something, he knew some reason why this is more than just a regular trip, but he did it to himself too. So how, like, that made even less sense, because like, what could he not know? And wait, let me finish. And assuming he had a good reason for doing them and him, now they're all still in the past. And they're like, what are we doing? He's like, we're on a mission. I'm like, okay. They don't know where they're going. They don't know why they were there. They don't know they have to hurry up and get to the wormhole. Like, it seems like if they were going to erase the memory, it would have made more sense to do it once they got home. Because now anything can happen. It seems like reckless,
I think Sam was never wiped, though, so he's kind of their guide. Because he was on the ship right at the end.
Because he's from further in the future?
I don't know. I'm trying to give it the benefit of the doubt, but it's hard. But also, one thing I was going to say is, like, if Grum wanted to get information from them, they have plausible deniability, but Grum was also in the past, so who knows?
Yeah, what information? Yeah, like, this is something that it's forgivable because it was a fun episode, but that's the thing, it's unnecessary. Like, there's lots of things like, oh, this makes no sense, but it forwarded the plot. This makes no sense, but it was a cool scene. This makes no sense, and it just makes no sense. It was completely unnecessary unless they follow up with it later. And there's only like 3 episodes left. And this came after the finale? There's 3. No, there's Resurrection and then the 2-parter. There's Resurrection and then the 2-parter. Yeah. Which so it could be addressed, except if the air, well, I don't know. I guess we'll find out. It bugs me. it's unnecessary. It's completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Overall, though, I enjoyed it. I'm going to give it a. I'll go B+.
I'm surprised you went that low, to be honest. I probably would have given it a B+ if I knew it was coming and I saw it in order. But the surprise factor of like, what? I'm going to give it an A- because I just was like, as soon as it came on screen, I'm like, like even when you said, oh, you'll know in a minute, I thought it might be some campy villain or like some crazy plot line we can make fun of or something. But like, yeah, I did not expect to see those guys again in the same season. So
that's why, not to pat myself on the back, I did everything I could to go, trust my judgment. Here's what we're doing.
And I did. I never looked
into it. And you did. And I give you full props
yeah.
on that.
Yeah. What's funny is the actor that what's Red Ranger, Dino Thunder Red? What's his name?
Connor's the character.
Yeah, I can't remember the actor's name, but I think he sort of like is known to not be particularly interested in associating with Power Rangers anymore. Not necessarily in a horrible way, but just like, he's not going to conventions. He's a director now or something. But it's funny that he ended up coming back twice. Like there are other Rangers that would like love to come back, but like I don't know, it's just interesting that he came back twice. Although maybe they filmed him back to back and just spread it out.
I would assume so.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe he only came back once, but yeah. So props for him coming back, considering that he like wasn't super interested in it later on. He at least came back for that one. So that's cool.
Yeah. Overall, it's cool. I know Gazbot and I have one episode to watch before
the two-part. And it is the 28th and we have till the 31st. You had talked about maybe trying to do that one live. There's no way, because I can't do it today. And that leaves us 3 days.
Oh, are you talking about Resurrection?
Resurrection, yeah.
Oh, no, I'm fine not doing Resurrection.
Or you wanted to do some other episode?
I wanted to do this episode.
Last time we talked, last show, you said maybe we'll do another one in addition to this one. And I said, you want to do 4 episodes in like 5 days or whatever it was?
Yeah, the last episode we recorded, we did the recap and I wanted to do this. Then I wanted to do the 2-parter.
Watch the episode, or people that are watching, comment below, because my recollection was that we agreed to do this and the 2-parter, and you were trying to get us to do another one before it went off the air. And I was like, there's no way we're going to have time.
No, I think what you're confusing is the episode that I was talking about was an Action Activate episode where we recapped, then watched this episode. We were supposed to do that one sitting, and we didn't.
All I know is this is the most interesting thing anyone has ever talked about on this show. Just arguing about what maybe we thought we said we were going to do.
We haven't argued in a while. But what I will say, as we start to wrap things up, it is very ceremonious that endings part 1 and 2 is literally us not only ending SPD, but pushing to the absolute limit, hardcore, the, Power Rangers being on Netflix for the most part. I mean, there's some left on there, but nothing we're, looking for right now.
Which brings up something I want to bring up from the last episode. You briefly brought up how the SWAT. Well, it's not called the SWAT Megazord. What do they call it? It is the SWAT Megazord, but they call it like the aerial team. Anyway, the black cool SWAT Megazord. How it turns into a gun. Like, we haven't even talked about that, and we didn't really. I am lukewarm about it being used in the show. I love that you could do it with the toy. And I think that's great that it's like you could turn into a blaster to use, as a kid or as an adult or whatever. So I think that's cool. I was not super keen on it the way it would just sort of float in space and fire. It's like, okay, that's fine. I don't love it. I don't hate it. But in one of the episodes that we went over last time, and I forgot to mention this, there was a formation where there was the Delta Command Megazord, and then it had the regular Megazord, and it had the Omega, and then it became the gun, and they all kind of held it together. That I loved.
That was really awesome.
Yeah, because I'm usually not a fan of the big ultra mega everything all together, big could barely move. But that I was like, oh, this is like a team effort. This makes way more sense to me that like the big guys kind of holding it and they're kind of like I love. I would like that'd be a cool poster, just like all of them. Like I really dug that, and that made me like the gun more when they used it that way.
I agree. I think once again, keep on commenting. We really appreciate it. I know I've been trying to be more active, and I comment at random times, and Gazbot likes and comments as well. Speaking of liking and commenting, if you haven't give the video a like, please do. We appreciate that as well.
Whoa, I don't know if we've ever said that before.
I think we said it one other time.
Wow, so you're like, it's your boy, and then you're like, comment. You want to say subscribe? I mean, then we'll just really be those guys.
If you haven't, please do. No, it was funny. I was actually talking to my wife about something earlier, and there was like an awkward pause, and then I just went like, comment, subscribe.
Well, you know what? As long as we're being stereotypical YouTubers for a minute, I don't know the best way to bring this up, but basically we're talking about what we're going to review next because it's going to be a long time before Dino Fury comes out. And we had said Operation Overdrive or Mystic Force or the new Sentai. And the new Sentai looks like the hardest one to do potentially. It's not 100% out of the running, but we're looking at most likely Mystic Force or Operation Overdrive. But we can't watch that on Netflix anymore. And you have a copy of Overdrive, but we both need a copy, and neither of us have Mystic Force, blah, 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 blah. And a few people in the comments had said things about maybe doing a Patreon. Well, I said something about a Patreon. Somebody else said, I think it was Matt Kendall Clare or Matt Moniker, had said something about making an Amazon wish list and putting those DVDs on it. And then if people want us to review that, they could get us those because it's like money that we weren't really planning on spending, right now. I don't love asking. I don't want to ask for money, but at the same time, it makes sense that if you guys want us to review the season and are willing to get it, then I don't know. How do you feel about that?
I'm kind of with you on it. I mean, I got Overdrive half for the show, half for our own like running jokes in general.
Right.
But Mystic Force kind of was the one for you and me where I'm kind of in a similar boat. If you guys really want it, I think that might be the route. But if not, I mean, we've done more with less,
Yeah,
so
no, sure. The other thing though is if we were going to put some sort of ability for people to support the show, let's say there's the Amazon list where we specifically say, hey, these are the shows we need or whatever. But then there's also you could do Patreon or something like that where people just give us money. And again, not that I'm trying to ask for money, but it occurs to me certain things like I feel like you would benefit from having a new microphone, for example, but that's not something you're likely to buy. But if people just gave us money to invest in that, and like I pay for the professional StreamYard, for example, and like I'm always like, is this worth it? Things like that. So I don't know if people would be interested in supporting us. Literally, just like here's some money to help make the show better or keep things going. Maybe as I'm saying this, I've convinced myself we should make an Amazon wish list and just put those DVDs on it, maybe a microphone for you, and just leave it at that and see how it goes. But people that are watching, if you were interested in supporting us financially in any way, how would you prefer to do it? If you prefer, and if you don't want to, I understand. Like I really don't want to be asking for it, but because it was brought up and because it makes sense to talk about, and it is a discussion with you guys, because you guys are going to be the ones that, if you want to give us something, tell us how you prefer. I think if we don't get a definitive answer or feedback, we'll just make the Amazon wish list and literally just put those DVDs on it and go from there.
Yep.
Sound good?
Yep, it sounds good to me. I mean, honestly, kind of like bringing it back outside of kind of a financial conversation, I do really appreciate the conversations you guys have been going. I know Gazbot and I look back at the videos to see what's on there comment-wise, and the more the merrier. If you guys have stuff you want to talk about that we've discussed either in an episode of SPD like we did today or just kind of Power Rangers at the time of the release of the video, go for it, because I'm always checking. I'm always trying to respond. I know Gazbot's doing the same. So that in itself helps just circulate our videos more.
Absolutely. And I, Big Dog doesn't get the notifications because the account's in my name. But I do notice sometimes we get comments on older videos too, which is cool. Like, and I'll try to like and respond to those and stuff. I know you don't see them as much, and nothing super pressing, but just like the equivalent, oh, that was a fun interview you guys did. But like we did it a year ago, but so we just watched it today. Or we got some comments on the one we did where we ranked all the various theme songs recently, things like
nice.
that.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's cool. Like that I like the idea. And this is partially why I'm not a huge fan of doing news episodes, because I'm never on top of the news. It's always like, oh, that's other people have reported it, and now I'm responding to something that everyone's known for a week and a half. But B, those episodes, once they're out, no one's ever going to watch them again. So I like episodes that, because like I watch YouTube all the time too. And my favorite episodes of other reviewers, like I've been watching a lot of Junkman. You ever watch Junkman? He does a lot of retro Star Wars. It's like all retro Star Wars, but he has videos that he did like 2 years ago that are still interesting because he's talking about a certain toy or an interview with somebody. And it's not like, hey, what Black series is coming out this week? You know what I mean? So it remains interesting years later. And so while I don't mind doing news, I prefer to do episodes that could still be interesting way after the fact.
Yeah, I think in general, if there's just a ton of news, we'll usually do a news video. But other times, I think the only real time we'll try to dedicate news to its own thing is if it's something that's like pressing for the time. Like part of the reason we did the last news episode was the thing that pushed us over was the announcement of PMC 2022.
Yeah.
Like if it wasn't for that, we probably would have been like, hey, is there any news? But like that was like, okay, let's talk about that. And since we're here,
Netflix
catch up on everything else.
Yeah. But the next time you see us, we will be going over the finale, part 1 and 2. Well, different episodes. So again, it's going to be weird because we're going to be done recording this in a day or two, like by the end of January, but these episodes are going to be coming out in February. So yeah, but we're going to still be making new episodes. We have a couple, like there might probably be another Big Dog Comic Zone. And there's a couple other random ones that Big Dog has done. I was thinking about doing a random solo one that won't be time sensitive at all. That'll just go in whenever we need them to. But I think we're at 40 minutes. I got to start making dinner. So I have been Gazbot.
I continue to be Big Dog Defender. Your boy,
And?
Big Dog Defender.
What did you just say?
I said your boy, Big Dog Defender.
I was giving you a chance to take it back.
3 for 3.
All right, say it one more time.
Your boy. Touche, Gazbot. Touche.
My hope is that you got it out of your system now, and that's the end of it.
We'll see. I feel like people in the comments might be like, oh, that was hilarious. Please troll Gazbot all the time now.
But it won't be funny if you keep doing it. Doing it once is funny, but if you keep doing it, you become the thing you pretend to be, and then you'll just become the guy that says you boy.
I will, double down and say the same can be said for the fake news you continue to spread about Operation Overdrive.
What do you mean?
Operation Overdrive is my favorite season.
No, I agree. I always, that's what I always say. I don't